Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, we are in a series right now where we are ranking random Disney movies. That's right, I'm picking 3 Disney films from my collection and then ranking them based on whatever criteria we come up with. And yeah, we got the Disney hat going on. We got this Disney shirt here from back when I was there back in 22 celebrating the 50th. And yeah, what do you say? Should we get to these movies? Let's pick 3 Disney films. I got them over here to the side of me. I've collected them all from my collection. So we'll do this film right here, maybe this one, and then a VHS. Okay, here we go. Nice. Okay, interesting. All right, so, all right, we're going to start with Ratatouille right here. This is so good. This is so good. It is about nostalgia. I don't know if it's about nostalgia, but nostalgia is an amazing component to this film. When that critic at the end, when the critic tastes that food, and he's a grumpy dude, and when he tastes that food and he's taken back to when he was a kid, and then it's just like he feels safe and warm, and those memories are just enveloping him, and he's just coated in nostalgia, longing for the past when he would eat ratatouille as a child. And it's just amazing. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. And that's an amazing thing. That is why, I have stuff like this Ghostbusters toy here, the Dick Tracy mugs over here. This we got more Ghostbusters over there. A lot of these Disney movies, they're just soaked in nostalgia for me. And I don't know, this movie really shows that so well, and in a very sincere way, not judgmental, looks on it positively. And I don't know, I love it. I think that is just wonderful and beautiful. Next, we got ourselves a VHS that I grew up with, Pinocchio. So Pinocchio was the very first film, if I'm correct on this, was the very first film Disney put out on VHS. They were holding out to do that. They were like, we're not going to put movies on VHS. We want them to feel special and release them every 7 years in the theaters. But then they're like, okay, we're going to do a trial run with Pinocchio. We're going to put it out on VHS, but we don't think that's going to, this is all Frank Wells talking here, we don't think this is going to affect how Pinocchio does when it's released in theaters another 7 years from now. But you know what? Pinocchio is not released in theaters every 7 years. That used to be that old model. They'd bring the movies back by bringing them back to theaters, and then people could flock to the theaters again and watch them. But when you have it at home and can watch it through your VCR, you are not going to go to the theaters. It's kind of the problem with streaming right now. We have all these movies, we can just watch them online, and then people aren't going to the theaters as much as they used to, right? To see new movies. It's like, just wait till it's streaming, right? But anyway, I'm pretty sure Pinocchio was that trial balloon for VHS, because they were holding out. They were like, "Nah, we ain't doing it," and then they did it. Let me know if I'm right on that. Anyway, Jiminy Cricket right here, one of my favorite characters. What I love about Jiminy Cricket is, so I'm a kid of the late 80s, early 90s, and the 90s. And what I remember is, like, whenever I was watching something older, like Disney older, it was almost like Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket was like a host, like a mascot, sort of like Mickey, like Mickey is Walt Disney, the face of Walt Disney, the animated face. But when you think of like the little mascots that sort of like have important roles outside of their movie, or just over the company in general, Mickey's number one. But it also felt like Jiminy Cricket, he was hosting a lot of things. And also Tinkerbell sort of feels like more important. She almost feels like a Disney character more than a Peter Pan character in a way. And same thing with Jiminy. He was like a Disney character more than a Pinocchio character. Does that make sense? Anyway, this is good. It was always kind of scary, I feel like, as a kid, like all those donkeys and the sounds that they make, and the art with Monstro is pretty fierce and scary. And my kids love well, they love Cleo, but they also love Figaro. But they know Figaro not from this movie. They know Figaro as Minnie Mouse's pet cat, because they've taken Figaro and moved Figaro over to these Minnie Mouse cartoons that my kids watch. But yeah, Pinocchio, very good. That one, though, I think because it's a little more, it's darker, it's older, grittier, like it has all those things going on. That I didn't watch it as much as a lot of the other Disney movies, but and I felt this way before Toy Story, but I always felt like I had to watch it so that it wouldn't feel left out. So I was watching it, but almost not as torture, that's not the right word, but like, even when I really wasn't wanting to, just because I felt bad for it, and because I didn't love it as much as the other movies that I had. Next, we have Toy Story 2, which is another one that took a while. The other day I talked about Inside Out and how that movie took a while for me to, latch on to and love. And this is the same type of movie. For years, I was not into this. I loved the first Toy Story movie so much, and then this one I did not care for. And I felt that way about it until the past 6 years, 5 years, or whenever we first started showing it to our kids. They don't even watch the Toy Story movies anymore. It was like their early portion of their life where they were watching it all the time. But yeah, it just didn't appeal to me that much. But now, oh man, I find it so emotional, and it hits hard, especially everything with Jessie and the Sarah McLachlan song. Oh my goodness, it is such a good movie. It is very good. So how are we going to rank these? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Gosh. This is tough, because Jiminy Cricket is my second favorite Disney character, I would say. Genie is number one, and then Jiminy Cricket, but not necessarily because of this movie, just because of the movie, in addition to all of his hosting work back in the day. I feel like he was a host in maybe the 60s, 70s, and 80s or something all the time. I don't know what to do here. I don't, actually, this see, I want to put Toy Story 2 at number 2. I think I'm going to go for sure Ratatouille at number 1. But there's a part of me that wants to put, the Blue Fairy. Oh, man. Remember that movie, AI, Spielberg and Kubrick collab? Okay. See, I want to kind of do this because of how much I love this movie now. But it's still, out of all the Toy Story movies, my least favorite. And then Pinocchio here has my favorite character in it, and I really appreciate the art. The artistry in it is fantastic and amazing. So I think I'm going to have to give this classic its due and penalize Toy Story 2 because it's my least favorite of that franchise, I guess. Ugh. So yeah, I'm going to go Ratatouille number 1, then Pinocchio, and then Toy Story 2. So that's my ranking. Doesn't have to be your ranking, but my question for you is, have you seen these movies? These 3 right here. And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.